Blow hot, blow cold. Question from textbook solved. Do this. First question. Have you warmed your hands in winter by blowing on them when they are cold? How does it feel? Answers. Yes, I have warmed my hands in winter by blowing on them. They are cold. It feels quite comfortable. Second question. Blow hard from your mouth into your hands. How did you find the air from your mouth as compared to the air around? Was it hotter or cooler? Answers. When I blow hard from my mouth into my hands, the air from my mouth feels hotter as compared to the air around. Third question. Now put your hands at some distance from your mouth and blow again. Does the air from your mouth feel warm? Why? Answers. When hands are put at some distance from the mouth, the air blow from the mouth does not feel much warm. This happens because the air travels some distance and gets mixed up with the air around. Think and tell. First question. Can you think of any other way in which you use the warmth from your breath? Answers. Yes, I can think of another way in which the warmth from breath is used. When someone gets redness in eyes or some minor injury, then a part of handkerchief is warmed by blowing air over it. The warm handkerchief is used to provide warmth to eyes or the injured part. This gives some relief. Second question. Fold a piece of cloth 3 to 4 times. Now bring it close to your mouth and blow hard on it. Did the cloth become warm? Answers. Yes, the cloth become warm. Third question. Bali Sitye said that the woodcutter was trying to cool the hot potatoes by blowing on them. What would have happened if he had eaten the potatoes without cooling them? Answers. Eating the potatoes without cooling them could cause burns in the mouth. Fourth question. Have you ever burnt your tongue when you ate or drank something that was too hot? How do you cool some hot food when it is too hot? Answers. Yes, sometimes I have burnt my tongue while eating hot pakoras or sipping the hot tea. I usually cool the hot food by blowing over it. Sometimes we also use a fan to cool the food. Fifth question. If you were to cool these three hot things, dal, roti, rice, in which way would you to do? Answer. These foods can be cooled either by blowing over them or by using a fan. They should be preferably kept in a broad container. Sixth question. For what other things do you blow air from your mouth? Answer. Some of the other activity can be done by blowing air mouth are as follow. A. Visiting. B. Playing with a freaking. C. For removing dust from something. D. For cleaning the spectacles. Picture 1 and 7 questions. Mind they try to cool her tea by blowing on it. What do you think will be hotter, Minnie's tea or the air she blew from her mouth? Answers. Minnie's tea would be hotter than the air she blew from her mouth. Pictures 2. 8 questions. Sonu was feeling very cold. He kept blowing on to his hands. Now think and write which will be cooler, Sonu's hands or his breath. Answers. Sonu's hand will be cooler than his breath. Blow in different ways. First question. Make which list of the things given below. Write a sequence from a loudest to softest. Which list? A wrapper to a toffee, a leaf, a balloon, the cap of a pen, any other thing. Answer. Do it yourself. You can also try many other items like paper, banana, leaf, etc. Second question. Have you seen people playing different musical instruments like flute, dholka, bean, guitar, mridang, etc.? Can you recognize their sounds with your eyes closest. Find out more about these musical instruments. Collect their pictures too. Answers: yes, I can recognize the sound of flute, dholka, bean, guitar, miridang, etc. Some of the instruments are discussed below. Flute. It is made of bamboo and is played by blowing air in it. It is a type of wind instrument. So the figure. Dholka. It is made of wood and and membrane of leather. It is played by beating on the leather membrane. It is a type of percussion instrument. So the figure. Bean. It is made by dry pumpkin which is hollowed out. It is a type of wind instrument. So the figure. Guitar. It is made of wood and metal string. It is a type of string instrument. So the figure. Right. I can you sorry. Right. I first question. Can you name and some things which produce melodious or pleasing sounds when we blow into them? Answer. Musical instrument which come under the category of wind instrument produce melodious sound when we blow air into them. Example: flute, high, saxophone, mouth organ, clarinet, etc. Do this and discussed. First question: have you seen someone blowing on their spectacles to wipe their clean? How does the air from the mouth help in cleaning the spectacles? Answers: yes, I have seen my grandfather blowing on his spectacles to wipe them clean. The air blows from the mouth is hotter than the glass of the spectacles. The air blows from the mouth also contains moisture. When the moisture touches the colder glass surface, it turns into fine water droplet. These water droplets help in cleaning the glass. Second question: take a glass, bring it near your mouth and blow hard on it. Do this 2 or 3 times. Does the glass look hazy? Answers: yes, the glass look hazy after blowing on it into 2 3 times. Third question: can you make a mirror hazy in same way? Can you tell by touching the mirror what made it hazy? Is the hair you blew from your mouth dry or wet? Answers: yes. Yes, I can make a mirror lazy in the same way. On touching the mirror, some moisture sticks to fingers, also which shows that the moisture turned the mirror lazy. It also shows that the air blow from my mouth is wet. Fourth question: put your hands on your chest. When you breathe in, does your chest come out or go in? Answers: when I breathe in, my chest comes out. Fifth question: measure your chest. A. Take a deep breath in. B. Ask your friend to measure your chest with a tiered measurement. C. Now breathe out. Again ask your friend to measure your chest measurement. D. Was there any difference in the two measurement of your chest? Answers: do it yourself. You will find the chest measure more than you breathe in than when you breathe out. How many breath in 1 minute? First, bend your fingers under your nose. Can you feel any air when you breathe out from your nose? Answers: yes, I can feel the air when I breathe out from my nose. Second question: count how many times in 1 minute do you breathe in and breathe out? Second question. Answers: I breathe in and out about 20 times in a minute. Third question: jump 30 minutes. Did you feel breathless? Answers: on jumping 30 minutes, I feel breathless. Fourth question: now again count how many times in 1 minute you breathed in and out. Answers: after jumping 30 minutes, I breathed about 30 times in a minute. Fifth question: what's the difference in your count before and after jumping? Answers: I breathe in and out about 10 minutes more than what I did normally. It shows that jumping increases my rate of breathing. The clock inside you. First question: you have all heard the tick tick of the clock. Have you seen a doctor using a stethoscope to listen in your chest? What do you think she hears? Where is the sound coming from? Is there a clock inside your chest that keeps ticking away. Answers: yes, I have seen doctor using a stethoscope to listen to a person's chest. The doctor hears the heartbeat. The sound of the heartbeat comes from the heart. Heart is not a clock but an organ which is on the left side of the chest. Second question: do you want to listen to your heartbeat? Take a rubber tube as long as the distance from your shoulder to your elbow. At one end of the tube, fix a funnel. Place one funnel on the left side of your chest. Put the other end of the tube to your ear. Listen carefully. Did you hear a duck sound? Answers: yes, I can hear the duck sound. A snake tail the flow of air. First question: stand with this sorry. First question: stand with this snake below a fan. Look in which direction it moves. Take this paper snake to different places and observe its movement. Answers: when the snake is kept below a fan, it moves in anti-clockwise direction. This happens because the air is moving in the downward direction. Second question: can you understand from the movement of the snake if the air is moving upward or downward? Answer: when the snake is moving in clockwise direction, it means the air is moving upward. When the snake is moving in anti-clockwise direction, it means the air moving downward. What we have learnt: while playing, Amit hit a ball. His forehead was swollen. Didi immediately fallen a scarf 5 times, blew on it and kept it on Amit's forehead. Do you think Didi this? Answers: after blowing air on the scarf becomes warm. Pressing with a warm scarf would have given some relief to Amit's forehead. That is why Didi did this. Second, second question: be blow to cool hot things as well as to warm them. Give an example of each. Example. Sorry. Answers: example: when we blow to cool hot things, a cup of tea and the hot food. Examples: when we blow to warm cool things, our hands. In winter, a piece of cloth.